Here's what I've seen in working with nonprofits. There are basically two kinds of organizations when it comes to managing their balances in temporarily restricted net assets. There's the group that does this entry once a year, and there's the group that stays on top of this and does it more frequently, maybe on a monthly basis. If you have any kind of significant volume in your temporarily restricted net assets, you want to be in that group that manages this on a more frequent basis because waiting until the end of the year is going to be a huge mess to clean up, inevitably. So, the other layer that plays into that is the reporting around your temporarily restricted net assets. So, if you're using Business Central to manage your nonprofit's finances, then you may have dimensions set up that are going to track things like funding sources and your net asset restrictions. The problem, as you may have already experienced, is being able to report on that is very challenging and very technical. And this is an area where Velixo can make things much easier and more streamlined. I spun up this temporarily restricted net asset roll forward on one of my Business Central demo environments, and it was very easy to build. Right, so what are the pieces that went into this? Well, the first piece that went into this was I have a function here which allows me to expand my list of dimensions. And this is going to expand, in this case, the dimension that I'm using for grant. And then the values, I can use filter or range expressions to pick up what are the grants that I want to include, right? So my grant or funding source, the way that I've designed it is I want any dimensions that start with a 1 or start with a 2, but I want to take out certain dimensions. So very easy for me to do that. The beauty of this is that as I add additional grants that fall in that range, this report maintains itself. So I don't have to keep updating row definitions, for example. The other side of this is the report components. So for instance, tracking my opening balance, my new revenue, my expenditures, my releases, my closing balance. Those are the different buckets, typically at minimum. Well, if we take a look at my little scaffolding at the top of this report, I can map what should be going in each column. And I can have a lot of variability and flexibility around how I map that because guess what? These numbers are not going to be the same for every organization, right? So I can track, for example, here's my GL account for net assets and my change in net assets. Here's the restriction code or codes that I'm recording my temporarily restricted net assets to. And then I can use range expressions to keep track of like my GL accounts or my GL account for expenses. I could do the same thing if I wanted with subcategories. I'm just choosing to use GL account codes in this example. And then I can have variability in the time periods that each of my columns is reporting on. Right? So with all of that in place, it makes it very easy for me to have a net asset roll forward schedule like this. And the actual pulling of the balances is nothing. Right? So our Velixo function does that for us. For example, we've got our turnover, and it's keeping track of our new revenue coming in that's restricted based on the references of the information I've got in my scaffolding. The end result is I can look at this report for any period in time. For example, maybe it's a particular calendar year, and I can see that report. Or maybe I want it to be next year. So I can just change my date and it rolls forward. My opening balances carry forward, and I can see what the updated version of the report is. This is a very easy way to manage that active reporting on our temporarily restricted net assets. Then the natural next step that people tend to want to take is they want to release that revenue from restriction because we have expenses against it, but we haven't done a release entry yet. So I built a tab, again, this was very quick, that expands out, here's all my funding sources, and the program is another dimension I'm using. And it keeps track of how much I need to release, right? So using our write back journal function, we can reference information from the sheet and say, these are the amounts that should be released. Here's the dimensions that we should use and so forth. And this becomes an act of just performing a write back on the current sheet, which is going to send that entry to Business Central and everything will be updated. So we're not just able to do reporting, it's really turning the report itself into a workflow that we can instantly validate to make sure that it's looking the way we expect it to look. I hope this is a helpful example. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us anytime.